You've tuned in to Cardinal Sin where I, Cardinal Sin, discuss important pop culture news, reviews, movies, genre fiction, comics, storytelling, and just about anything else with my fellow YouTubers. Get ready for informed conversation about what's going on, for as your humble host, I rely on my guests to provide the talking points, whether it's a panel or just me one-on-one with a friend. So get ready for Cardinal Sin and...
Greetings, Cardinal Sin Nation. It is I, Cardinal Sin, and I am streaming just because I got my shit together. And with me is Captain Fandom Nerd. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, I'm feeling like I'm walking on sunshine. I can't lie. I also feel like a total dork because all I had to do was get the guy from Geek Squad here, and he uninstalled my vast antivirus suite, and everything started working again. So I'm just streaming because I can. And if anybody in the chat would like to join us, the link for StreamYard is in the chat. So load on up if you've got the gear. Great to see everybody here. Gap After Dark, greetings. Ari is here. And Monkey Jeebus, long time no see. And I was telling Captain Fandom Nerd before we pictures back and everything. Everything works. It's alive. Awesome. Yeah. I was talking to Captain Fandom Nerd before the show, and it's like I had no clue why my camera wasn't working. I knew it wasn't my camera because NVIDIA, I could see myself and everything. And so he just came here and uninstalled Avast, and I wrote him a check, and it's glorious. It's great to be back. So good morning, Wendy Webb, Trauma Warrior. Good to see you. So yeah, it's I kind of feel a little weird that I couldn't do that myself, but I'm ADD, ADHD, OCD, all of that. Mm-hmm. So I'm easily overwhelmed. It's like when I see a whole bunch of code in something I don't understand, and that's what I have to do to fix it. I'm like, no. So, how are you doing this morning?
I am doing good, thank you. Had a stream earlier this morning. Had Ryan Roger Athe on.
Oh, he's awesome. How did it go?
We just talked for a while. It went well. I'm going to be having him on
after dark.
Hey, Cardinal. Hey, Captain Fandom Nerd.
Hey, Gap.
How's it going?
It's going good. This is the in-between moments of my medication that I can do something. Usually when you're streaming, I'm probably passed out.
Yeah, I know, right?
In your normal time. Well, that's good. Geek Squad came and rescued everything.
Yeah. Boy, like I said, at once I feel totally elated and like a total idiot. Andy Masterson is here. Mr. Andy Masterson, you got a link. The link is also in the chat if anybody wants to come on. Rui is here. Good morning.
Good morning, Rui. Good morning, Andy. Good morning. I can't remember. I'm on my phone, so I can't respond.
Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Dalek. 451. Wow. I watched Sid and Nancy, the Alex Cox movie.
Yeah, how was it?
Day. It was different than I remembered. because I saw it when it came out actually, but I got the 4K disc of it, and it's it's really kind of a downer.
Down. Oh my
uh,
God, that
but
movie is
seeing
how
Gary
old?
Oldman that young was
Yeah,
just crazy.
yeah. I remember that movie a little bit. But yeah, I've had a rough week. I had lightning hit a
Oh, I
tree,
know. God, you had a horrible week.
blew up at least I guess you can count this being lucky. It blew it's cinder. The house is on cinder blocks. Well, you know where the frame sits on the cinder blocks. It blew a hole on the top one on the front side, but only cracked the other side of the block. I had a flash burn under the floor, and then it ripped up the vinyl and
You
tore
guys
up the
actually
corner.
got hit by lightning, right?
Yeah, and then I tried to get my mom because I felt like there was a weird soupy mix outside that day, and I was like, "Ma, hurry up and get over here in the living room and get the animal, get all the cats and stuff. We
Yeah.
got to get somewhere." And then we both saw a burst of white light inside the living room. I'm talking inside, and a burst of red, and we're like, "Holy crap!"
Well, I'm just glad that, everyone's safe and sound.
Yeah, and AT&T was not happy, even though it was lightning. It blew up, the box they put on the side of your house.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like phaser burst, phaser blast blew the hell out of it. And he was like, "What the hell y'all do?" I was like, "Damn lightning, damn it."
Yeah. Well, it sounds to me like lightning strikes twice, right?
Yeah, it's weird because it did a 12 foot. This tree was 80 feet tall and about 3 feet wide. It did a 12-foot cut, went down the tree in the middle, blew up the roots, and then forked out and hit the house. And it was like, oh my God. But that was my week. And I've been
Well, by
trying.
by comparison, you know, uh, I'm my situation's pretty small. Uh, we had a Captain Fandom Nerd will remember this. We had a really bad electrical storm that went through here. What uh, a week ago,
Yeah.
something like that.
Mhm.
And I mean, I've never heard lightning that close and that loud. But when I woke up, all the lights were off. Electricity
Wow.
was off.
Yeah.
My uninterruptible power supplies were beeping, and I looked outside my front door, and they were replacing the transformer across the street. So it either got hit or there was a squirrel munched down or something. And finally, the power came back on, and that was while all this stuff with my antivirus was causing a problem.
Wow.
So I had to go in and replace my router slash modem at Midco, my ISP, and that didn't help.
Hey, and I know we all got, or you should, I know you guys got, hey, rough girl, you guys got surge protectors on everything. I do too, except for it blew up the washer. It didn't ruin the air conditioning because I tripped the main breaker outside, but
Mm,
I didn't know they made surge protectors for washers. So
I
I
know, right?
highly recommend that if you got a washer, you get you a surge protector. I got one called the Avomatic from Amazon, and it's got you plug the appliance in. Well, I got to wait for insurance to buy me a new washer, but you plug it in, and then you wait for it to get acclimated to the power, and it tells you if it's too low of a power or too high, and it helps regulate it. And then when it turns green, then your machine will come on, which is cool. I didn't know you needed surge protectors for everything.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
everything you don't want to lose.
Yeah, I've learned my stuff. So what you got new over there? I see something. How are you, Captain Fandom Nerd? I'm sorry.
I am doing good.
Um, what's all that new stuff I haven't seen to the right screen right of the bookcase?
Over here,
Yeah, it looks like a
not much is new, really. Let me.
oh, or maybe I just didn't remember.
There we go. That's more or less what I've had up. Let me make myself big here. So we've got the Invasion of the Saucermen poster. Day the Earth Stood Still. Invaders from Mars. Got my William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy autographs. A bunch of Fallout stuff. And then, of course, all the regular stuff that I used to have. And theoretically, I am streaming in 1080p, so you might be able to see that stuff better.
Yeah, you look good and you sound great. I mean,
well, thank you very much.
The microphone is, you got that, do a Christopher Walken. I mean,
I've got that Venus flytrap communication voice going on.
Yeah. And your Logan's Run panel. Holy crap. Holy moly.
I know, right?
I love that. Oh my God.
What a great show that was.
I didn't know you knew Mr. Jason Brock. I mean,
wow.
Oh,
yeah. I helped bring Jason and his wife Sunny and William F. Nolan here to Lawrence at the University of Kansas because I graduated from the Center for the Study of Science Fiction at KU. So I was able to put them together, and I as I mentioned during the show, I told Jason, make sure that you don't schedule it versus a basketball game or a football game. And they scheduled it during the only time in recent memory when they had both on one day. So there were like 12 people there. But it was great. I sat right next to William F. Nolan while we were watching The Intruder, William Shatner's first big role.
Yeah.
He was leaning over and whispering to me and telling me all kinds of trivia and stuff, and he was just this super guy. I really liked him. I'd like to say that we became friends that day, but probably more likely friendly. We were Facebook friends after that. So yeah, Ari says that show is epic. I was going to ask Ari what he thought of that show, but yes, we have Evolution. We're looking crisp this morning. So yeah, everything's pretty much the way it was. But what I'm going to do is where that green screen is.
Yeah.
It's there basically just to cover the window, but I have blackout curtains now, so that'll be gone pretty soon. And I'll just have a blackout curtain over the window because it's especially during this time of day, it's too bright. But I appreciate you saying looking good, sounding good.
Yeah, it's the picture is crisp and clear, and the voice is it's really freaking awesome. I mean, because you can pick up your deep tones on it, and when you do the unboxing or Anti-Derivative Jill or Christopher Walken, it's going to sound fantastic.
The thing that really surprised me was when I was in somebody's chat and LDG dropped in, and suddenly his voice filled my headphones stereo and just like blew me away. He sounded 15 times as good as anybody else, and I was like, I want that. And so he showed me how to do it, and it's just software. It's processing software. I can change the sound of my voice a little bit or a lot, and my Christopher Walken will become strange after that. But yeah, I usually just keep it a little bit over what my normal voice sounds like, and we can have a bloody microphone moment if you want.
Bloody microphone. Herc 130, we need a bloody microphone
here.
moment.
Lovely Sherry is here.
Good
Maybe I
morning,
should do a
lovely
morning
Sherry.
show. What do you think, Captain?
Wonderful idea.
Got a lot of people here just streaming because I can, because I'm so happy. I'm happy I got all my stuff working again. You know, it's really interesting for me anyway. I used to be like Mr. Computer Guy, right?
Right.
I had an Amiga, and all Amiga users were expected to be able to upgrade their own machines. I worked at Radio Shack. This was, a lifetime ago. So everybody thought of me as like Mr. Computer Guy. Not the case anymore. Far from the case. Things have evolved beyond my ability to help even myself most of the time. Well, this time, I guess, not most of the time. But man, so glad to be back on and have the video. And yeah, I was joking around earlier that it seems like the big shows that we had that, one broke the record for the most people at one time, and then yesterday we broke that record, and I was thinking, maybe I just need to turn my camera off anyway.
That's too funny. Oh my gosh. Ooh.
But it's good to be back. There's a lot of programs that want to update, so I guess I'll let them do that. Everything updated. I've got my I don't know if you guys are familiar with Wallpaper. It's a program that lets you put up different stuff on your displays. And I've got like the Tron Legacy thing going on, and yeah, so it came on, and I haven't seen it in for fucking ever. I don't even remember how long it's been. Don McDouglas is in the house. Good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Don. I'm so glad I got the the Eagle Moss Tron light cycle before they went bankrupt. I hope I hope somebody buys them. Now Amazon still has buy
I've
two
got
get.
mine right over there on the top.
Oh, you got the red one?
I have the blue one.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got
the red
that one
one
too.
is like a Fallout Nuka-Cola pistol.
Oh, okay. Amazon still has whatever's left of inventory.
Do they?
Yeah, they have buy two 50% off, and I think they.
Nope. I'm done. I'm done spending money on stuff. Not going to buy any more Eagle Moss stuff. I got plenty. I got everything I want. I got my Rosamante. I got my all of my Battlestar Galactica stuff.
Yeah.
I've got the make myself big again here. Got the
oh yeah, love that.
Mark.
Oh,
the Mark 7?
Beautiful ship.
I don't think it says. Yeah, this is the classic one. Great looking.
Yeah, definitely.
Ship. And then I think this one is like slightly more classic than that one.
Yeah, that looks like classic right there.
Yeah, and it's got like the sort of orange, junked out, lived in look.
Yeah, love it.
As opposed to that one.
I got to get the Mark 7, but I don't know if I can find it anymore. But that's the only one I'm missing of the ones I wanted.
Bloody microphone.
I'm trying to see if I can. I should have bought the Star Trek, the one in Wrath of Khan ship.
Oh, the Klingon bird of prey thing?
Yeah, and the one that Khan took. Ooh, that's cool.
This is one from the new series.
Nice. Love it.
That is nice.
I think this is Blood and Chrome.
Nice.
This is the Mark 7, I think.
Yeah, I need that one, Blood and Chrome.
Well, good luck.
I know, right? I know, because, of course, the scalpers are out with everything. But I feel bad for the people who bought the Star
The
Trek
Enterprise D.
because you ain't gonna be able to finish it now.
Only if you are willing to spend money on eBay, apparently.
Ugh.
Yes, Eagle Moss was in financial trouble and their website is down and they have filed bankruptcy. So, sorry to break it to you, Monkey Jeebus, but yeah, it is. I think time gentleman is the phrase that would be used.
Yeah. And I just got the Quester tape book from DC Fontana.
Ooh, nice.
The first printing. I can't wait for that to come. And
Is
I've
that
been trying.
a Nigel Neal movie?
It was a TV. I think Roddenberry.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yes, the original Viper look was kind of futuristic Art Deco, retro deco. You know, I gotta say, for all the things that the original Battlestar Galactica got wrong, it got so much right. You know,
It did.
there are people here who say that life here began out there.
I got the original with the box, the Colonial Warrior from '78 with the box.
I got one.
And then I got the Cylon 12-inch from the original. I've got the Cylon Raider with the firing missile one. Remember the controversy? I guess kids choked to death or something on it.
Oh, you mean way back?
Yeah, way back.
I thought we were still talking Eagle Moss.
Oh, yeah, I've got that one. And the gold one. I got the gold one too.
I couldn't afford the gold one, man. That was just too much. But that one's kind of cool.
That one is cool.
That is nice.
It's cool.
I would love a replica of his rifle.
Oh, I know, right? These are so nice.
They are.
It's so sad that Eagle Moss went out of business. You know who you can blame? You can fucking blame Star Trek and you can fucking blame Star Wars. Am I right, gentlemen?
Yes.
No merch. Nobody's buying any merch because nobody's watching any of this garbage.
No,
well, if Eagle Moss had listened, people didn't want the new stuff, and they just kept pumping out the new stuff.
Well, they were one of the only licensors. You know, they had to.
Yeah.
Or licensees. Sorry.
I should have known something was wrong because a couple about 5 months before they went bankrupt, they were doing 50% off of 50% off on the Star Trek stuff.
Right.
They were like,
I bought most of this stuff.
Let's move this stuff out of here.
Yeah. And I didn't buy any of the Star Trek Discovery ships. They all look like garbage. I don't think they even got the license for Strange New Worlds before they went out of business.
No. I got the original Enterprise, the Nomad, and the Klingon bird of prey that was in Khan.
Yeah. In Khan or in number 3? Search for Spock.
In number 2. In Khan. And that was when Amazon, because they're trying to clear out whatever's left, like I said, of their inventory. And I got it a few months ago for both of them for $30.
Wow. That's all right. Most of that stuff breaks anyway. One of my favorite ships that I was able to get is the Enterprise ISS, the Imperial Starship.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And, a Scanner
nice.
Darkly.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful. I love it.
Nice. It's got some good detail on it.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
It really does.
Nice.
And what a great 2-episode arc that was.
Yeah.
Really cool. It's okay.
and I got one Fallout figure. Oh God, I don't know anything about Fallout. It just looked cool. The
What?
robot look.
You don't know anything about Fallout?
I know, I know. I got the robot looking one that's sort of.
Got my Spartacus set,
Ooh,
and it came with this
wow,
this cool thing here.
wow, and the
Wow.
swords too.
Yeah, and they're killing each other.
Awesome. Look at the detail on that.
Let's load up some Fallout. So I've got the protector on. Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah, that's it. That is freaking cool. I love that one.
Yeah. And Nick Valentine from Fallout 4, I believe.
Yeah, that's a nice looking figure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just buy stuff because it looks cool and I have no idea.
Actually, I've never done a proper unboxing of one of the ships that I have over there, so I'll do that. This is the Sole Survivor from Fallout 4, or the Vault Dweller.
Nice.
And then there's a Feral Ghoul, which is a cool little figure.
Oh, nice. Love that. So your house must be like a museum. You got all this cool stuff.
Well, my studio is. Actually, my house is. Yeah.
So you got an upstairs and a downstairs, right?
Yeah, and my bedroom's over there. This is the studio, and then downstairs. Vampirella, of course.
Oh yeah, sexy,
Yeah.
Nice.
Based on the Caroline Munro, which never actually happened. This is kind of a what-if figure. This is the Nuka-Cola gun I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, nice. Didn't you have Nuka-Cola drinks?
I do. I have two Nuka-Cola Quantum, which is really Jones soda with a $25 label around it.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess I can share all of this stuff. So this is the airship that I think in Fallout Tactics or Fallout 2, I don't remember. It's the airship that takes the Brotherhood of Steel, I think, to Chicago, and then there was a lightning strike. And yeah, I've never opened this. It's still a la Beagle Moss. But that's the airship there.
Oh, cool. It looks so retro. That's cool.
Yeah, because Fallout takes place in a retro future.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if computers had never been anything but a UNIVAC, they're all huge with the tape reels and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And something that was a bit of a disappointment, actually, but looks really cool, is this guy.
Wow, that is huge.
Yeah. And what it is it's the external armor for a figure that I don't have. I'll go ahead and open it up because it's very cool looking, but there's like a $430 figure that this goes on top of that's sold out. And I didn't know that when I bought this. Although this is pretty cool. So this is basically a set of power armor that goes on top of a pre-existing figure.
Wow.
probably can't see a whole lot of it, but it looks really cool. I think I'll probably just use it as like a, maybe I'll frame it or something, but
that'd be a cool idea.
Especially now that you can't get the original figure. I have seen some of these on eBay. I might wait until it's, worth what the original figure is worth and then just sell it. But it's a cool looking deal.
Oh, definitely.
Mega Cropper, I only tune in for the conspiracy theories.
Good to see you, Mega Cropper. If you'd like to join the panel, we do have the this one time we do have the link in the chat, so feel free. Philip Blair, good to see you. John Aside, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. What happened to Andy Masterson? Wow. Hey, Andy, are you still there? We have video. I'm so excited. Rough Girl says, Happy Friday Eve.
All the days run together for me.
I'll tell you what, doing that Tuesday show with Chris Gore and Jason Brock.
Yeah.
And then doing Into the Fringe last night. I woke up today, got the phone call from the Geek Squad, crack of dawn. And I'm, as you guys know, being a night person, that doesn't usually jibe with me, but I had to leave the phone on because I knew that it was going to be an 8 to 2 thing. And I was first on the schedule, which is great, actually. And I got, 6 or 7 hours of sleep. I'm all right. But I kind of didn't know who or what I was for the first 15 minutes, getting ungrogged, drinking some coffee. And like I said, I felt like kind of an idiot and also just elated that, this whole thing was easy enough to fix. Good to see you, Eddie. Early Friday Eve. Yes, indeed. So I think I figured out, guys, what my monetization issue is.
Oh, cool. What do you think?
Well, when I do the openings for like Into the Fringe, especially for some reason, this one here. And I'm not going to let that go for the reason I'm about to discuss. Every time I play that, which has video and audio elements from Envato Elements, for which I have a license, it always gets flagged by what's called HAAAWK for a third party. And they put a copyright note, not a copyright strike, but a copyright notice on it. And I always, what's the word?
Contest?
Yeah, I contest it. And I put in the license, where like the comments go, why do you think that you blah, blah, blah? And so I just throw that in there. And then, within 30 minutes, they take the notice off. But the algorithm doesn't know that. All it knows is that it was flagged. And so they think I have repetitious content because I have these openings that get flagged like every time. So I think that's the problem. I need to create new music, which now that I have a drum set and a guitar, I can easily do and throw that into Audacity and mix it up, make it sound good. I don't know if either of you guys have seen the Gaming with Cardinal Sin.
Yes, I have.
Thing.
I will admit I have not. yet.
Munchkins was the last one I watched.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yes, I did. And I was like, that would be cool to play. I missed the pandemic. I watched some of your pandemic one.
I've got like 3 in the can ready to upload, but I've got to put the opening together. If I can find, there we go. Okay, so the Critical Hit is the name of the show, and the opening, which I made myself just sort of on the fly, is this.
Cool, very cool.
And I noticed that the for some reason my I seem to have like some kind of issue with it kind of interrupts for some reason since I got this this problem fixed. I'm looking for the one that has the actual sound, because I made some it's not an MP4 is the deal. It's got to be an MP4. It worked before.
So when you do your own music, they won't be bothering you anymore.
Right. Yeah. I don't think this one has it. Yeah, it's the wrong kind. But I basically just took I think it was a electric guitar string in Audacity, and plucked it, and then did all kinds of weird shit to it, and reversed the second half, and it's like an 8-second long thing. So when you see that Gaming with Cardinal Sin thing, it's got some music or noise or whatever that goes along with it. Mm-hmm. And you probably saw it if you watched the whole Munchkin video.
Yeah, I like that game. It's very interesting.
I picked up Munchkin Cthulhu, and we take video for the Critical Hit show on Tuesday nights, and we played in the pandemic gaming system. We played Reign of Cthulhu, and I didn't know that my phone wasn't actually capturing video. We got down to the last possible move and won the game, instead of had, I think Haster eventually come up and eat us all and make us go insane. And that was a perfect game, and it was really too bad that I didn't capture it, but we're going to do it again next week.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Just make sure that it's rolling before I put it up in the cradle, and then I'll edit early stuff out. But yeah, I don't know if these other ones are gonna stutter or what. Let's take a look. Yeah, did you catch that stutter?
A little bit.
And that time it didn't do it.
It's the unboxing.
Yeah, that one stuttered.
Yep, that one stuttered.
Yep.
Gotta figure that problem out. Oh no, Phantom Boomer's out of coffee. That's the worst possible problem. Sound levels, yeah, I gotta work on those. Sorry about that. Appeal, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Appeal. Okay, that's a good thing.
Contest, appeal, synonymous. No coffee can be deadly for others in your area.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. Thank you, Philip.
Well, I have to get going. I got a doctor's appointment, but I just wanted to drop in and
good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Everybody in the stream, in the chat, y'all are wonderful. Catch y'all later.
Okay. Have a great appointment.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, actually, I was going to do an unboxing midstream. I do have a couple of Stargate ships. Are you a Stargate fan, Cap?
I've watched a few, and I want to watch it all. So
Yeah,
I would say yeah.
It's great. I picked up the I think it's a DVD set of the remaster, and it looks great. And I mean, it has kind of a bizarre history because it started on Showtime as not rated R, but you know, had breasts and stuff in it.
Right.
And then went to the Sci-Fi Channel after I think 5 years on Showtime, and it really sprung to life in a different way there. Come on, get out of there. So, not really an unboxing so much as it is a smashing a box. So this is a Goa'uld mothership.
Ooh.
Here, let me make myself big again.
I was gonna say
So the whole point of Stargate is that the pyramids are landing pads for spaceships, for alien spaceships, which you can see, I think, there.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And so that's a mothership. And then if you're at all familiar with at least early Stargate, then you've probably seen the death gliders when they're firing on people on the ground. And so naturally I have one of those.
Naturally.
They're Eagle Moss. So this is the death glider there. Hey, Eastland Burkholder, good to see you. Yes. Amanda Tapping, enough said. Phantom Boomer got the death glider. Yeah, I know. I have a good knife, you know that. It's actually downstairs because I didn't expect to be doing any unboxing. And actually, these are already open. I just wanted a little help in getting these guys to do what they're supposed to do. Now I sound like my mother. It's so funny. As you get older, you turn into your parents. It's weird. I had weird parents, so it freaks me out a little bit. I hear myself saying stuff, my bloody microphone, that my mother would say. And then I go, I think we all end up turning into our parents. Or at least I do anyway.
Yes. Well, not. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's all bad.
No, I had good parents. You know, it's not a bad thing. It's just kind of a weird thing. It's an odd thing. So this is the death glider on the bottom. And that's the top. And so you'd see them going like that. That's just a really cool ship.
Oh, that is. I like that ship.
And I don't have those up just because I ran out of room. So what I'm going to be doing is when I move all of these shelving units closer to the camera, I will be putting that blackout curtain, like I talked about earlier, where the green screen is.
Mm-hmm.
And then now that I'm broadcasting in 1080p, hopefully you should be able to see all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
and it'll be closer to the mic. Now, this is from Fallout, and the cool thing about this is on metal, and it has these guys here, and it comes with one of these little guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it says stick the magnet here, and this is the magnet. So you stick the magnet there and adhere it to the wall, and this has a sticker on the back. And then for this size, you do 2 of them. So like, 1, 2. And then you can take these, I guess they're tin, because aluminum isn't ferrous. But you basically put those up on the wall and then just go, and it adheres to the wall. And I've got Star Wars ones, and they've got, I think they said they've got like over 1 million different posters. But that way it would be really easy if I could find a couple of UFO ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be able to, do a pop culture stream and then just pull them down and put up the UFO based ones and do Into the Fringe, etc., etc., etc.
So swapping out would be really quick.
A lot
easy.
easier than, yeah, it is now. Eastland Burkholder says, maybe I win a guy with a good ship. I have a Viking-looking machete. That's what I need for bashing, slashing boxes. Yeah. I love Stargate SG-1. Oh, under cabinet lighting. Yeah, that would be good. I really like to get some lighting that kind of goes up against the wall and then shows the light from behind the case so that you can see all the figurines better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still kind of figuring that out. But I got my Orville. I got all the ships that I wanted for Battlestar Galactica. I got a couple of Tardi. Is that the plural of TARDIS? TARDISes?
I don't know. You're the Doctor Who expert.
Yeah. And I got some alien stuff, and once I move it up closer and I get the shelves the way that I want them, you'll be able to see them a lot better. Especially now that I'm in 1080p, looking crisp. Hey. So I guess tomorrow there is a women's soccer game in Kansas City.
Ah.
TARDIS is both singular and plural. I'm not sure about that. I watched about half of a Peter Davison episode, Planet of Fire, I think, and the Master was in it, and he had a TARDIS, and they were trying to land their TARDISes over or around each other's TARDI. So I think that they did actually use the plural in a sentence, and it wasn't TARDIS. But we'll see. Greetings, Jedi Bill. Link is in the chat if you would like to join. Anybody at all. I'll go ahead and put that back in, and anybody that would like to join us may do so.
Oh, I figured you had that pinned. I didn't know you.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure people could see it. pin that. Huh. I didn't know that you could pin stuff in StreamYard.
Yeah, well, you actually have to do it from YouTube, I believe.
Oh, okay. You know, because I mostly stream, I don't know much about the YouTube side of things, but I can see all the comments and everything in the chat from this side. But I guess I need to be paying more attention to the YouTube side, which I will open and then try and not let I don't think anybody but you heard that.
Nope.
But yeah, I can see the YouTube side, and if I'm going to get the music out of the intros and stuff, that seems to be what's holding me back from monetization. And I put my own music in there, which was the plan like the day this whole thing started. Then I won't be able to see the super chats and that kind of thing, super stickers on the StreamYard side, right?
Right. Some of them will appear as something, but they won't really show what it is. You have to actually be watching on the YouTube side, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's okay. I do actually do that anyway. I just forgot to do it this morning because I was so giddy that I had video again, you know. Just looking at some Twitter stuff. So, yeah. What is in the future for the Cardinal Sin channel? Well, definitely going to get the music taken care of. You know, having been a professional musician for 25 years, I'm sure I'd rather record stuff and put it together than use the lame music, I'm sure, that is in the YouTube royalty-free library. It's got to be lame, right?
Not all of it. There's some of it that's not bad at all. In fact, Doomcock uses a lot of the royalty-free stuff.
Oh, does he?
In YouTube, yeah.
That's cool. Well, hey, if it's good enough for Doomcock, it's good enough for me, for sure.
But you gotta search for stuff because there's a lot of stuff that is kind of lame. But
yeah. Phantom Boomer says, with Eagle Moss kaput, are we not going to get Serenity? That's a very good point. I guess we might not. Although, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if some stuff did creep out onto either Amazon and or eBay, because it seems like they were in the middle of some runs when they had to shut down. So never go full Tard-Eye. Never go full Tardis. You know, could be dangerous. Wow. Change the background. Let's see here. Acoustic cinematic. That's pretty lame. I guess technically this is StreamYard music, not YouTube music. Feeding the ducks?
Right, yeah. I've gotten rid of a lot of the StreamYard stuff because it's bad.
This is almost a little bit Nine Inch Nails. Almost. You know, if they did like a that would be kind of cool. And they're kind of edging that way, but This one's Into Space, which sucks. This is Lo-Fi, which is dumb. Night Driving, here on the Cardinal Sin Network. We're going to take you down to the drive time in the morning with some nighttime sounding NPR bullshit. And then there's rock. Yeah, I've heard this on 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser's channel. I think that's his opening. Whose opening is this? Oh, this is the Film Threat opening. Yeah. I almost feel bad using it because I think of it as Film Threat music.
I wouldn't feel bad. Hey,
I kind of like it, but
yeah,
it's like that's what Chris Gore's show sounds like, so I shouldn't use it. Is it loud?
No, not loud at all.
That's good music, but like I said, for some reason, even though it's just something that's free on StreamYard, because that's what the Film Threat channel's music is, I feel like I'd be, I realize that it's just a me thing, but it seems like it would be, Chris Gore used it first. But I've got to figure out a way to basically record a new opening for all the shows, and I'd like to make it so that it is easy enough for me to change the music without changing the audio, the vocal intro, so that I can just kind of slip it in there. I realize I'm going to have to, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. Sorry, that infected my weird 70s brain. I realize that I'm going to have to change it around and move some stuff around, but the Envato elements for the video, part isn't what's triggering the algorithm. I don't know why algorithm is just one of those words that
right.
Once in a while my brain just goes yeah, 2 guitars would be cool. Of course, I can double track guitars myself. I have not found a theremin. That's the thing that but the theremin would be really good for Into the Fringe. So I could probably just do a search for some royalty-free music with the theremin, or just go to a music store and record myself doing some thing. I've actually played a real theremin before, which I don't know, Captain, if you're familiar with the theremin, but it's the electric. I don't know if it's I don't think it's electronic. I think it's an electric instrument that basically it has one antenna that goes this way and one that goes this way, or I guess that. And when you get close to the vertical antenna, it either does amplitude modulation or the other one, whatever the fuck, frequency modulation. Right. And so as you get closer, it'll go, and then the other one is lower and does some other kind of thing. But basically it's played from your bioelectric field. So as you get close to the antennae, it makes different noises. And if you know how to play it and you're good at it, you can get it to sound exactly like you want by moving up and down and back and forth at the same time.
Really?
And
Wow.
I don't think that I want to buy a theremin, although you could probably find one on Amazon pretty cheap. But the electronic version you can probably find online for free is going to be fine, I'm sure. And it would only be an element of the new Into the Fringe intro, which I think I need to cut down to like 30 seconds anyway. It's over a minute, and along with the countdown, I think that's too much. Don't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you feel like it's too much, then that definitely means it's too much.
Well, I remember when I had Gary Ambrosia on, I asked him for input, because he's been a Hollywood guy and done set design and prop design, and he's just, amazing guy. He's worked for Universal and Disney, and he was one of the Doomcock's original spies, actually, for Disney. And I asked him for input, and he said, "Your opening's way too long." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So, and I think that he was like, you just want to get to the point, snappy, get to it.
Yeah. Well, he'd hate mine.
Oh, I don't know. I think the 3 minutes is kind of overkill, but
it is.
You
need to cut it down. But
technically, I'm sponsored by StreamYard, but now that I'm using the 1080p version, I'm not. So I guess we'll just stick with that. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I could just start over and rebuild from the ground up. The thing that's really important is that the stuff before the music in the which is skipping for some reason, which is really annoying. It goes on for like 40 seconds before I start talking. So I should just start talking. Although I thought it was a pretty cool intro, so I could just cut it in half, but I don't think that would really have the same effect. I need to go in there and undo all the multi-tracks and delete the music and all that stuff. Put in my own. Maybe I'll just build a brand new one from the ground up. That'll probably be easier, huh?
Probably. No, absolutely.
Chat has to say. Yeah, I think it would absolutely. It is a wicked cool intro. Okay. Uri says it gives me time to get my coffee and stuff sorted before the stream starts. Yeah, it's an electromagnetic field instrument, the theremin. But yeah, I just need to record some drums. And welcome, Jedi Bill.
Hello.
How are you?
Good morning. I'm all right.
Good morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
What are we talking about? Oh, I'm okay.
I like your fiery background.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
I always wanted to do that kind of thing. That's why I got the green screen, but then I realized it's way too small.
Yeah. That, and you would hide all your cool posters back there.
That's true. Yeah. Although, I guess I could work them into like a...
I mean... You got,
Can't you do like a picture-in-a-picture type deal?
yeah.
You know, like when they do the news, over the shoulder is like, you know, video of what they're talking about. That's all green screen. The weather
You got
green, or the weather lady.
the day the Earth stood still.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Something of Saucer Men, Godzilla.
Invaders from Mars, Invasion of the Saucer
Yeah,
Men.
that's
And I've got a
cool.
whole bunch of others.
And looks like your Eagle Moss collection there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. Because Eagle Moss is no more. Eagle Moss is no more.
They went under?
Bankruptcy in this
galaxy.
Man.
Their website is down. People that got the Enterprise D and were, you know, because it's like a $2,000 ship with lights and all that stuff. You know, it's like a really big one. And people were in the middle of getting stuff sent to them month by month. And they just ended up with half a Enterprise D. So you have to go on eBay if you can afford it and, you know, try and get the rest of the stuff. Greetings, Dalek 451, the new Dalek.
Hey, Dalek.
Okay. Hey, sorry about that. I'm just doing a bit of a test with StreamYard here, so I'm only going to be here for like just a minute.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you're here.
It's good to see you, Dalek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phantom Boomer says, cruising down the freeway of life, slow traffic to the right.
So you can all hear me just all right, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, good.
Yes, Eagle Moss are spending a couple of years dead for tax reasons.
I'm doing this from a computer. I've never done this from before, so
I encourage it on the computer.
I should have got my headphones for this. Sorry.
No.
I like your shirt, Jedi Bill.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Goose. It says Goosebumps on it, and it's advertised like some amusement park.
Horrorland.
Yeah.
I saw on Amazon Prime, Creepshow the series.
Oh, that's such a great show.
It is, and it started on Shudder, which is something that I need to be on because I'm a huge Joe Bob Briggs fan. And he does the Last Drive-In on Shudder.
And the thing about Creepshow, Greg Nicotero directs a lot of those.
Executive producer, yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's somebody who started out as a makeup guy and now he's a director, and
oh yeah,
he's just
very
great.
talented, very talented.
Yeah.
I think the first film that I remember seeing his name on was the remake, the Zack Snyder remake of Dawn of the Dead 2004, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved that movie. My brother went to the bathroom after the movie started rolling credits, which, if you've ever seen the film, is the time you want to watch the film. Because stuff happens at the end. It's like before Marvel or anybody started doing end credit sequences. I think there must have been some movies that did it because I knew enough to sit there and watch because I expected something to happen. But this was in 2004. So, I mean, he had a bladder full of soda, so he had to go. And sort of like what ends up happening to the characters happens after the credits. And it changes the whole movie, You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When they get to the island in the middle of the lake after the credits, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're safe," and then
Realize we're
turns out they're not so safe. But that was the first time that I saw his special effects, and I was really glad that they had bonus features, because there was lots of behind the scenes stuff, and they ended up having Gregory Nicotero do the makeup for the maybe 10 or 15 zombies that were the main characters, or the main zombie characters, and then he was over like a dozen makeup artists, and each of them were over a dozen makeup artists. So it's, they had like a parking lot full of makeup people doing all of the extras, because they had so many zombies.
Yeah.
And so he was sort of in control of the whole thing, but delegating a lot, and it was just, I love bonus features that show you how the movie was made. It's kind of like, I guess, magicians showing you how they do their tricks, but it's not against the rules, because that's the whole idea behind bonus features.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Indeed.
Yeah, and he said he had to rent the DVD just to see that stuff. I'm glad he ended up seeing it. That's good. That's important. It changes the whole tenor of the film, And then I guess they shot Andy, the guy with the gun store. They shot like a whole thing with like what happens to him and his daughter, and they ended up not using it in the movie, so they put that in the extra bonus features, and that's like almost even cooler than the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in the movie, if you remember, he has like a sign that says "help" on it, and he's hoping that they can see it over at the mall, where they actually do have binoculars, and they're looking at it, and they're like, "We've got to help this guy." And then the dog goes, through and like brings him some food or something with a note. And yeah, good movie. I should watch that again. I have the remaster Blu-ray, and I'm getting around to it. I've got a lot of stuff I need to watch. I picked up the Blake 7 remastered Blu-ray box set that just came out like a few days ago.
Really?
So I've got all that to watch. Yeah, all 4 seasons. I picked up some new Doctor Who stuff, bunch of Richard Burton stuff that on Groove they had everything on half price, and so I was pretty selective, but I picked up 3 or 4 Richard Burton movies that I've never seen, including The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, which I fell asleep halfway through. Not because it was a boring movie. I was just really fucking tired. And right. And a bunch of other stuff that I've kind of prioritized by stacking them in the right order, The Testament of Dr. Mabuse, I've never seen that. And that's remastered, and might be it's either a silent film or it's one of Fritz Lang's early talkies. And stuff like that, Nosferatu 4K. What was the other one? Metropolis 4K, and Faustus 4K. Faust, which is a silent movie. But lots of really cool stuff, and I just, it's really funny. You'll dig this, Jedi Bill. Before I had this problem that was interfering with my video, I bought stuff from Amazon for the unboxing in just small little chunks, so it would arrive, on different days. And they just sent all these DVDs and Blu-rays in one big box, and I'm like, no. It wasn't supposed to happen that way. Bueller. Bueller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of them that had the post-credit scenes that people didn't know about and left the theater and missed.
Which one?
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. And also, one of my issues is if a movie is like super popular, I tend to stay away from it because popular thought should be avoided at all costs. Is one of my life philosophies, and sometimes a movie is really popular because it's really good.
Right.
So it takes me a couple of years to end up going to see things like, for instance, one of them was, now I'm losing the name, the Tom Hanks movie, Life is Like a Box of Chocolates. What's that one?
Oh, okay.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, yeah. So I didn't see that for a couple of years after it came out and stuff like that. So these days, because there's so much garbage, out there, and there's also a lot of good stuff, but it's hard to know until it comes out because everybody wants to hate watch everything these days.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not necessarily, a good idea. Like, for instance, For All Mankind, I think could easily be seen to be woke by somebody that maybe watches the first episode, but it's not at all. It just has more equity between female and male actors. And it's a great show. Have you guys seen that? For All Mankind, the series?
I believe I watched the first season.
Yeah, it just gets better.
Or I started watching it.
Oh. Captain, have you seen it?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
It's really good. It took me the first, Bill, it took me the first season to decide whether or not I liked it. It was like, okay, it's got really great production value. I love Joel Kinnaman. I mean, I was really bummed when he left Altered Carbon because that was such a great show, the first season. But he went over there to Apple TV to do For All Mankind, and it's really, really good. I mean, it doesn't, tell you how to think or what to think. It just makes you think. And I really like that. Hey, Malaya. Good morning. From Falkirk, Scotland. Sorry. The first thing that I do when anybody comes in from somewhere else is I do a really horrible accent where I think they live. I apologize. If I get 2 beers in me, I can do a really good Scots accent. 3 beers, forget it. I don't know why. I worked on my Irish accent for 2 years before I ever broke it out in public. And then when I thought that I had it, I started working on my Scots accent and worked on that for a couple of years. And then when I tried to do an Irish accent again, it was just mud. It was garbage. And so at this point, I think that I can do a pretty good one on both, but I don't. I stay away from that kind of thing if I can. But usually it's just comes up before I think about it. So filter does not get engaged before mouth. Staying away from popular thought is popular thought. Irony.
I wasn't where you always had a filter there, Cardinal.
Yeah, the filter is there, but it especially during times like this in the morning when I'm not really sure who or what I am yet, it doesn't get engaged until after the mouth does. Working on 2 ciders. That sounds good. Yeah, it's evening already. over there. Oh God, yeah, South African hard as fuck. I thought that actually, as an American, I thought that Matt Damon did a really good job in Invictus doing a South African accent, but it is really fucking hard if you've not spent time around someone that does it, naturally. It's really, really hard to do. I thought that he did a passable job, considering, most of the people that do good accents in the English language are Brits. To them, the American accent is just another accent. When you grow up in the UK, as an actor, I don't know if it's because they do a lot of Shakespeare or what, but they end up learning just all the regional accents from the UK, and to them, the American accent is just a different, one to throw on the fire. Yeah, I imagine. Watched Invictus in South Africa with his in-laws, and there was much laughing. Sean Connery, or Craig Ferguson type Scottish accent. Sean Connery. Actually, wasn't Sean Connery? No, I'm thinking of Richard Burton. Was Welsh, right? And I'm gonna get this guy's name. He's one of my favorite. Michael Sheen was born in the same city as Richard Burton and Anthony Hopkins, and they all kind of eventually got their accent kind of into a British accent. But who does a great Richard Burton is Doomcock. He's just amazing. He does everything other than Christopher Walken, and when people ask him to do Christopher Walken, he says, "Nah, talk to Cardinal Sin," which is nice. But yeah, I love Richard Burton. He sounds amazing, and I can only seem to do James Mason when I think about Lolita. Come here, Lolita. It's time for your pedicure. Although he was one of my favorite actors growing up. Journey to the Center of the Earth, is that the one that he was in? I think that's the name of it. That's one of my favorite. Yeah, Swansea, is that the name of the town? You gotta do your Christopher Walken accent. There's a video out there. I guess I could probably go find it if I really wanted to. Let me find that. I have a video on my channel of Christopher Walken doing a dramatic reading of The Devil Went Down to Georgia by the Charlie Daniels Band. And so I will share my screen. Haven't done this in a while. Whose dogs are barking?
That's my dog, sir.
That's all right.
Just one little dog.
This might not be the version that I am looking for. I think Where Eagles Dare is awesome, man. Very lyrical, yeah. Although when you look at their signs, they look like Icelandic or something. That's why I said that the blank manuscript, I want to say Dovich manuscript. It's a book that looks like a real language, but no one's ever been able to tell what language it's in. I said that it was written in Welsh because it looks like it's all consonants. So let's go ahead and share the screen. Share system audio. and see if this is still funny. It doesn't look like it's in high def. Yeah, I need to redo this. Not, I apologize about that. I don't know why I'm having audio issues, but I know what to do about it. There we go. Let's try that. All right, mute up and let's see what this sounds like.
Gotcha.
Hello, kiddies. It's Christopher Walken with a dramatic reading of The Devil. Hello, kiddies. It's Christopher Walken with a dramatic reading of The Devil Went Down to Georgia by the Charlie Daniels Band. The devil went down to Georgia, and he was looking for a soul to steal, to filch, and he was in a bind because he was way behind, and naturally he was willing to make a deal of some sort. He's going to make some lucky guy a really good price, bargain. Anyway, he comes across this young man. He's sawing on a fiddle, playing it hot. And so the devil, he jumps up on a hickory stump and he says, "Boy, let me tell you what. Now, I guess you didn't know, I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now, you play a pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I'll bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, because I think I'm better than you." Now, you have to remember, the devil is renowned far and wide for being a high roller, a bit of an inveterate liar, and a mean son of a bitch. Anyway, I digress. Well, Johnny, he's no slouch. And the devil, he probably knows this. So, being a southern genteel type, the kid introduces himself. And he says, "My name's Johnny. And it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet. And you're gonna regret, because I am the best it's ever been." Now, the way they are down in the South, they're very polite, courteous. It's how they are just before they take your money. And he rosens up his bow and he plays his fiddle hard, because all hell has broke loose in Georgia, and the devil is the one who's dealing the cards here. Now, on the one hand, if he wins, Johnny gets this shiny fiddle made of gold. It's worth a lot, millions. On the other hand, if he loses, well, the devil gets his soul. Not nice. He's going to be one sad Johnny. The devil opened up his case and he said, "I'll start the show." And fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. And he pulled the bow across the strings, and it made an evil hiss. And then a band of demons joins in. No fair. I know, right? And it sounded a little something like this. Now, as you probably expect, when the devil finished, Johnny said, "Well, you're pretty good, old son, but you sit down in that chair right there and let me show you how it's done." And he played Fire on the Mountain. Run, boys, run. The devil is in the house of the rising sun, and the chicken is in the bread pan. He's picking out dough. Granny, does your dog bite? No, child, no. He's a good pooch. He's a good dog. Lie down, roll over, play dead, that kind of thing. Anyway, the devil, he bowed his head. He was embarrassed. He knew that he'd been beat. And so he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. And Johnny said, "Devil, you just come on back. If you ever want to try again, I tried to tell you the first time, I'm the best that's ever been." And he played Fire on the Mountain. Run, boys, run. Go long. You got no choice now. The devil's in the house of the rising sun. It's like Japan, only smaller. And the chicken is in the bread pan, picking out dough. I don't even know what that means. I'm confused. Anyway, Granny, will your dog bite? No, child, no, he won't. He's a good dog. Now, the moral of this story, of course, is just like his great-grandfather, Noah Webster. You know, you don't want to make any kind of deal with the devil unless you have yourself a good lawyer that can get yourself out of it. Or if the devil just makes bad judgment call because he's desperate for souls and willy-nilly throwing golden fiddles around. And in this case, Johnny got lucky. Now, there is a sequel to the story, but that's for another time. Until then, I would just like to say thank you and arrivederci.
So there you have it. I stepped away for a minute. Did it have the thing that came up that said demon music goes here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I apologize that that's in such low resolution. I don't think I realized that it was in 380. I don't know why that is, but that was after I'd worked on my walking for a couple of years. It's obviously a long time ago. I think that was like 2013. Now I would make it more compact, not have so many pauses in there as I did. But the reason was I had my glasses off, so I would look a little more like Christopher Walken because he doesn't wear glasses. And I had the mouse in my hand and was looking at my laptop, which I had, I was using sort of as a teleprompter, but it was small and I had to keep, going in to see what it said. So when I redo that, then I'll do it properly.
Right.
And I think my Christopher Walken is a lot better now. So one thing that I've learned to do a proper Christopher Walken, greetings, Rod Thunderheart. The link to join us on the panel is in the chat if you would like to do so, Rod. What was I saying?
You were talking about your Christopher Walken and how
Yeah. So the pauses and everything that are in there, because I'm looking in at the script that I'm using, and at first it started out more or less just being the lyrics to the song, which just one day I thought that would be hilarious. There's so much of, the Charlie Daniels band, That's how I found my way into the Christopher Walken imitation, was through that A sound, that man, fantastic, But the secret to doing a really good Christopher Walken is when he's angry, he gets real quiet. And then he's gonna fuck you up. You gotta be able to do a Christopher Walken at a low volume. Thank you, Nemesis of Eden. Hope you are doing well today. Am I still planning on heading to San Diego in October? Was I planning on going to San Diego in October? I don't remember that, which is not unusual. So please remind me what is in San Francisco in October. San Diego, sorry. Like I said, I still don't know who I am or what I am. So when I stepped away, I brought up some of the DVDs and Blu-rays that I have been grabbing in 4K if I can. Scanners, one of my favorite movies, which I saw in junior high school, by David Cronenberg. And this is the Criterion Collection edition.
Cool.
Criterion had a big sale. So I got Ministry of Fear by Fritz Lang, which I've never seen and never even heard of. I guess this is technically my unboxing, since I haven't shown these yet. Raid on Rommel, another Richard Burton movie I've never heard of, but I imagine must be really good. Miss Kyle, do you know what Curiosity did to the cat? Yeah, Sleepy Hollow, he was great. Oh, right, the Empire of the Weird. Yes, I will be in San Diego for that. There's no way I'm going to fucking miss that. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that would be cool. Actually, Walter went to Comic-Con in San Diego this year and did a couple of short videos, like on the trolley and stuff like that, but they were too busy having a good time. So this is Marlon Brando, Richard Burton, James Coburn, Walter Matthau, Ringo Starr in Candy. I think this is just a Kino Lorber edition. I shouldn't say just Kino Lorber. They do a great job with restorations. The Trilogy of Terror, directed by Dan Curtis, and two of these stories are written by William F. Nolan, actually. And I have Trilogy of Terror 2, but I never got the first one. For All Mankind, which is a film about, I think, the Apollo program. It's not the series, but kind of a documentary, I think. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks cool. Yeah, it looks like it's just going through the high points of the Gemini and Apollo missions. 4K UHD and Blu-ray special edition features on the second disc. Never seen Akira Kurosawa's The Hidden Fortress, which allegedly George Lucas ripped off for Star Wars. So I'm a Kurosawa fan, obviously, and wanted to see that. Got all these for pennies on the dollar, at least half price. Buck Rogers, you remember the old 80s series with Gil Gerard? This is season 1 on 4K Blu-ray.
Cool.
And
I'm gonna have to hunt me down.
well, you
I have it on
hurry up.
DVD, but
Limited edition, Series 2. And
nice.
they come in this pack where they're kind of like together like that.
Is that
So
Region 2, like overseas?
Let's see what region. It says USA origin.
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
got a region-free Blu-ray player, so.
Oh yeah, that's wise.
I purchased a lot of stuff that has the British stuff on it, but
yeah, I hate that they do that.
I think this is region 1 because it doesn't say, and usually if it doesn't say, it's region 1. Mm-hmm. Also,
there is an all-time favorite movie of mine from the 80s,
mm-hmm.
and you can only get it in region 2. And I bought the DVD twice, and I had to buy a separate DVD player just to play it. The movie is Electric Dreams.
Player, at least. Yeah, that's a great movie.
I mean, you could watch the whole thing on YouTube, but I like to have it on disc.
So this is the Testament of Dr. Mobius, which I think is also Fritz Lang. Yeah, Criterion. It's cool looking discs. 4K, you know. Do you guys know what the most dangerous game is?
No, never.
Think about it. This is your trivia question for today's Trivia Smackdown.
Good question.
The most dangerous game is man.
This is true.
The 14 column, blah, 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 digital transfer. Let's see. What else do we have? Fiend Without a Face. You know that's going to be a good one. And it's also in the Criterion collection. I don't think I've even heard of it. The 49th Parallel, which I think is a noir. Anti-isolationist propaganda, quick-witted wartime thriller. Raymond Massey, Leslie Howard, etc., etc., etc. And I wanted to get some Laurence Olivier, so I got my Henry V on. The Devil's Backbone, which is just one of the greatest horror movies ever. It's not really a horror movie, even. It just takes place in Franco's fascist Spain. And it's, I think, after Kronos, it's Guillermo del Toro's first film. It was his first, popular film. And not all Richard Burton movies are great. This is probably not a great Richard Burton movie, but it's one I haven't seen. Absolution. And, of course, The Importance of Being Earnest. An Oscar Wilde play. So, I've got that going on. No, this is just I'm streaming because I can, because I got my video working again. Greetings, Crimson Mist. We are 138. Scariest movie of all time is Come and See. I've never even heard of that. Phantom Boomer says, where can I find info on the Empire of the Wheel tour for San Diego? Well, you probably just want to get in touch with Walter Bosley, which you can do by going to the Walter Bosley channel on YouTube. It's literally called the Walter Bosley channel. And finding his email in the About section and asking him that. I guess I better get my tickets and stuff pretty soon here.
Yeah, be a good idea.
Any excuse to hang out with Walter, whether it's the Empire of the Wheel tour or whatever. I asked him if he could put like a couple of pub crawl stops on it, just because being a chronic pain patient, it's hard for me to stand for more than a few minutes at a time. 10, 15 minutes after that, my back's, barking. And yes, thank you for subscribing to Walter's channel. He does live streams weekly. I don't remember what day they are. They might be Tuesdays. And then he does other stuff. But right now he's finishing up his film Kaleidoscope Grimoire. And he's in the stop motion animation phase of it, which is going to take a month. It's like a 27-minute film. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Oh, wow. That would be a horror movie. It's about what happened to the civilians on the Eastern Front during World War II, eating their shoes and so forth. Yeah. Oh, Phantom Boomer lives in the San Diego area. Yeah, that'll be a lot easier. We'll be able to meet up, Phantom Boomer, and have a beer or a coffee or other libation. That would be a lot of fun. I keep telling Captain Fandom Nerd that I want to do a nerd fest here since we're both in the Kansas City area. But I don't know how many people we draw. Beer. Fat enough. Crimson Mist morning. Yeah, that's how I felt when I got up.
I'm sure we could find people that would be in the area that we may not even know are in the area.
Oh, Chris Knight's in the area, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So at least the three of us could get together.
Yep.
That wouldn't even be very hard. Swing by, grab you, go hang out with him. Did you say he lives in North Kansas City?
Correct.
If Lulu's is still around, we could go there and have some good Thai food. They have vegan Thai food. Greetings, Kimba. Cheers. It's still 11:28 a.m. here in the Central Time Zone, so I'm still working on coffee.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to need to get me some coffee soon, but...
Yeah, feel free. I'm sure Jedi Bill and I can vamp, and of course, now that Dalek 451 is back, we can vamp for you while you're getting new coffee. So, Dalek 451, how did you come to be the new Dalek Emperor anyway?
Oh boy. Let's just say I didn't really agree with how the old emperor was running things.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. Yeah, nor did I. It didn't make any sense to me. First of all, in the classic series, when the Emperor Dalek was there, that was the one with the weird round top, right?
Right, which there have been at least two Dalek Emperors, at least in the TV series.
Yeah,
there was one in the 60s that was in Evil of the Daleks, and and then we had the one from Parting of the Ways with Christopher Eccleston, and technically
There was another one during either the Tom Baker era or the Peter Davison era. I think it was Tom Baker.
No, I don't think there wasn't. But not during there wasn't.
Maybe it was Sean Pertwee. I don't know, but
No,
I remember seeing the Emperor Dalek, blah, 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 and thinking, why does this race of, I guess, cyborgs technically, need a lead Emperor Dalek? And then when the new series came on, I'm like, shouldn't they all be Wi-Fi? Why are they talking out loud to each other? You know, of course, you know, it's to advance the plot, but
that's a good point.
It didn't make sense to me why that would be the case. Ladies and gentlemen, Rod Thunderheart. Hey, Rod.
Good day, gentlemen.
Good day.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loud and clear. Can't see you, but can hear you.
Oh, excellent. Well, I had to ditch my Chinese phone, so now I'm back with my South Korean LG.
Much better. It's good to hear your voice. I haven't talked to you in a while.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, my job's been pretty busy. You know.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I am wearing my Doom cock ring.
Sweet. Look at that.
My Doom cock ring. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Has anybody seen the new Beavis and Butthead, Do the Universe? Is that what it's called? Is that out yet?
Seriously? That's what it's called?
Yeah, I saw.
I heard it's on Paramount, but
on the Film Threat channel, I saw Chris Gore talking about it because they review movies over there, and they didn't do a review, but he just said it was great. So
it's on Amazon.
Is it? Direct to Amazon. That's cool.
It's on Amazon. In fact, both of them are.
Both of them?
Yes.
Oh, the old movie and the new movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Nemesis Eden says it was great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, my brother and I loved it. It was great.
Usually turn my phone off when I'm streaming. Sorry. So, Rod, how much do we need to catch you up on? Have you been listening?
Oh, that's annoying.
Kind of. And actually, first of all, I'm just gonna warn you right now. I might lose you, but I'll call back. If I
are you driving?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as your hands free, that's cool.
Oh no, yeah, hands are free, totally. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah,
right on.
The road's open.
Yeah. Well, just be careful. 1,000 points of light. Wouldn't be prudent.
Oh yes. No. Oh no, I don't expect. I don't plan to be on long. I just wanted to come on for a few minutes, say hey, and you know. But like I said, yeah, I do want to get caught up on what's been happening. But you know, like I said, I'm going down into a lower valley, and as I said,
might lose you.
Who knows? The reception may suck.
Crimson Mist says, "It's the first day of school, and hell is completely loose." Hell is completely loose. Cam's Crash Courses is in the house. Has been in the house for a while, I guess. Greetings. Hello. So what's new and exciting in your life, Rod, other than the new job, which congratulations, by the way. What's going on with you, Rod?
And unfortunately, well, I haven't slowed. Okay, I have slowed down on my.
You're roboting out already. I think we're gonna lose Rod Thunderheart.
Man,
Hey, but it could be worse. He could be lost in a tropical depression. So it's just a valley. So Dalek 451, 451. I don't know which one you prefer.
Well, some people call me for 451. Some people say 451. I always say 451.
Okay, so these are some episodes that had the Dalek Emperor. This is a list of appearances over here.
By the way, when I said that's annoying, I actually decided to. I've got my tablet next to me, and I decided to just take a quick look for those Beavis and Butthead movies on Amazon, and I don't know if it's any different over where you are in the States, but over here, at least, the old movie is pay to view, and the new one you need Paramount Plus,
right?
So that's annoying.
So this says 2.1 the Dalek Prime, 2.2 Emperor Zeg, 2.3 Emperor of the Exterminators. These are probably just emperors in general. 2.4 23rd Century Emperor, 2.5 Emperor Before the Mavellan War, 2.6 Davros is obviously not the Emperor Dalek. 2.7 the Emperor of the Restoration, 2.8 the Dalek Prime Strategist.
He did
it does mention Evil of the Daleks, the Dalek Problem.
Well, technically, Davros
was the Daleks. That's the one that I remember.
The one. Yes, Remembrance of the Daleks. That's Sylvester McCoy.
Colin Baker?
That was Sylvester McCoy.
Sylvester McCoy, yeah.
And Davros did call himself the Emperor Dalek in that story, but
he was even in the Emperor Dalek in one of them, wasn't he? At the end of the episode, don't they take the top off and it's Davros?
Yeah. We see this big Dalek with a big white ball on the top, and and it turned out inside that was actually Davros. Yeah,
Davros. By the way, Dalek 451. Seeing as you're the new Emperor Dalek and all, have you heard the Terry Malloy Big Finish of I, Davros? It's like starting from when he's like a little kid going up through until Genesis of the Dalek.
I know of I, Davros.
It's really good, man.
I've heard a little bit from it, but I've never heard the whole thing. I've never actually listened to the whole thing.
It is so good. Terry Malloy, in my humble opinion, is a very close second to Michael Wisher as Davros.
Who was the original Davros?
Michael Wisher.
Michael Wisher.
Who did a pretty? I mean, he was the Davros by which all others are measured. But Terry Malloy really owned that role.
I agree. Terry Malloy, he's fantastic as Davros.
Yeah, he's amazing. And I saw in one of the new Colin Baker remastered seasons that there's an episode, I think it's Colin Baker, where Terry Malloy plays just a regular character because the director had directed him on a previous episode where he'd been Davros. And Davros, and he was like dealing with all the rubber mask and the makeup and the appliances and stuff, and he was like, "Please promise me that you'll let me have a regular role like within a year." And he was like, "Okay," and so they did. And Terry Malloy ended up on Behind the Sofa, which is, I don't know if you've seen that, but it's the cast and sometimes part of the crew on the restored remastered seasons, and they're doing not an entire reaction, but like the highlights of the reaction to watching the episode, which generally speaking they have never seen, because actors don't watch the stuff that they're in because they've had take after take after take, you know.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I don't know if I do remember something a bit like that. I remember seeing this. There's something I once watched which actually had. What is that? Is that?
I think it's Rod.
I'm back.
Kind of sounds like water.
Well, anyway, there was this one thing I did watch once, where it was Tom Baker, and he was watching one of his earliest episodes from Doctor Who, and he was. I can't remember what story it was. I think it might have been his first story. It might have been robots, or it might have been something else.
I picked up, I think, 3 seasons of.
It might have been Shada. I'm not sure. Have you ever
heard a commentary on Shada?
You've heard of Shada, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I've seen like all 5 versions.
Wait, there's 5 versions of it?
Yep. There's the one they put out in the 90s where Tom Baker narrated the parts that they didn't have.
I think that's the I think that's the one. Yeah, I saw that.
There's an animated one that's completely animated because they got all the episode audio, but they only had telesnaps for one of the episodes. Then there's like the VHS, the DVD, and the brand new one.
There's the big. There's also the big Finnish version, which had Paul McGann instead of Tom Baker.
Right. Which I haven't heard. Is it good?
Oh, I've heard it. It's brilliant.
I love Paul McGann, man. When I saw, hey, Michael Pilmer's in the house, doing a little early geek streaming. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're enjoying the what's the name of the lead singer of Oingo Boingo? I don't suppose any of you would know that any more than I do. Danny Elfman. Hope you're enjoying that Danny Elfman box set. Yes, of course you would know. Dalek, does this make any sense to you? I was on Baker Street in Stirling yesterday next to Bannockburn in Scotland.
No way, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Baker Street in Stirling on it's funny. I've never wait, that's in Scotland?
Yeah.
I've never what's funny? I've been all over England. I've been to quite a few places in Wales, but I've never really been to Scotland.
Have you been to Port Marion
Port Marion.
in Wales? That's where they shot the prisoner.
Oh, that place. No, I've never been there.
I think the water noises are coming from Rod Thunderheart. Rod, can you mute without taking your eye off the road? Yeah, it's Rod.
It was definitely him because Captain Fender was muted. So,
yeah.
Well, he
okay,
was.
you can unmute Rod. I just wanted to do a little check because Malaya said and water noises. So Michael Pilmer and anybody else that doesn't know, I got the Geek Squad here today after a month of not having my video back there, and he uninstalled my Avast security suite, which is what I thought was the problem, but I didn't know how to uninstall it because I'm an idiot. He just went into control panel and uninstalled it, and I was like, my computer's back. So that's why I'm streaming. Mute your rod. Stirling Castle in Scotland. That's where you are, right, Malaya? Got it? Congrats.
Stirling Castle in Scotland. Oh, he's in Scotland right now. Nice. Well, good. I'm not sure. Good for him, I guess.
I think Malaya it lives in Scotland, doesn't she? I don't know. We'll need more information, Malaya. Give us more information. Information.
I've been to
my British series now.
I mentioned I've been to quite a few places in Cardiff. In Wales. I've been to Cardiff once.
Cardiff looks great. I mean, not just from Doctor Who, but from Torchwood. You get a really good city center view there.
Yeah, it's a really good. Yeah, it's a great place. I mean, obviously, I was really excited about going there after watching Doctor Who and some of Torchwood as well, because I remember walking into Roald Dahl Plaza, I think it's called. Yeah, and then having my picture taken on the paving stone by the fountain. The one from the elevator one from the lift one from Torchwood.
Yeah, where you have the invisible 2x2 square.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, I loved Torchwood, man. I thought Torchwood was awesome. I really hope Russell T. Davis gets Doctor Who put back together correctly.
I never thought Torchwood was that good. I mean, it was.
I loved the first 2 seasons of Torchwood. Actually, the first 3 seasons. When James Marsters was in it, it was like this big alpha male deal between Captain Jack and his character and
Captain John Hart. Yeah,
and he was only in it for what 2 or 3 episodes, but
he was only in it for he was at the beginning of the season, and then one of the he
episodes
appeared
toward the end, yeah,
and then a couple of episodes to the end. Of course, he was in the finale.
Mm-hmm.
And he was Metallo in Smallville too, wasn't he?
He was what?
Metallo in Smallville. Yeah.
In what?
Smallville.
Oh, I never watched Smallville.
Oh, okay.
And it was only recently I realized he was Spike in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, that's right.
I've only seen the movie. I haven't seen the series.
Oh, you've never watched Buffy? Well,
nope.
Oh, shame.
Marie says, "Wait, Spike was in Stitchwood."
I got such a kick out of that one episode where Buffy got turned invisible for most of the episode, and her and Spike get busy in the bed, and you only see him in a woman-shaped blanket.
Hey Rob, you're really loud. Whereas before you were really quiet, and we just heard like the water from the.
Oh, sorry about that.
So
sorry about that.
If you can turn your gain down.
Not. Yeah, hang on a second. Okay, momento.
Un momento, por favor. Yeah, I do need to watch the series. I know everybody went crazy about it. It was one of those popular thought things where everybody loved it, so I figured I'd hate it. But I'll get around to it.
I think you should watch Angel as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Big fan of all those actors, actually. Although I don't know if I mentioned this, Dalek, or not, but I picked up the brand new Blu-ray remastered box set of all 4 seasons of Blake 7. So that's going to be pretty much the top of the list. I'm going to be in Blake 7 mode for, I guess I should review it, huh? Because I've only seen the first season.
I've never watched
a long time ago.
I've never seen Blake 7.
Oh, really? Great stuff. Great stuff.
I would suggest you review it, yes.
Well, maybe we can review it together. We can do the Cosme thing, and I can have watch parties, and we can all watch it together, and then I can do a review.
That's true.
Hey, Justin, how's this? Any better?
Very high presence. You're like right up like this on the microphone.
Okay.
You're really fucking loud, Rod. Crimson Mist says I would be up for Blake 7.
How about now?
A little bit better. We can hear you breathing, so you can move substantially away from your phone.
Well, you always told me to eat the mic.
That's better, although you roboted out for a second. Do you want to try again? Now we can't hear you at all. Yeah, that's good.
Where exactly is Rick? Where is he? Where is he? Is he on the road or something?
In a valley. He's in a low spot.
Yes,
so
No. I'm in a high spot now.
Oh,
but
good.
I'm just on the road. The ambient noise
there's still that,
but you're outside. That explains it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still have that that water sound like from Stargate. That's most of what we can hear, but it's better now. You're coming through, I guess, as 5x5 as you can be given the situation.
Yeah.
Given the situation.
Yeah.
Quick question, Cardinal. Can you hear a clock ticking?
It's my fan. Here, let me mute and see if you still hear it.
No. I wasn't asking. Never mind. I was asking. Could you hear a clock ticking?
Oh, on your side.
From me.
I hear a tick like once in a while, but I had no idea it was a clock, so no, I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, that's funny.
Well,
I thought it was me too.
Well, most people I stream with always say there's someone pointed out they can hear it whenever I'm on. They can hear a clock ticking. There is a clock in this room.
You can do a in settings on StreamYard under audio. There is an echo cancellation which I have on. If I take it off, I can have stereo audio. which probably makes me sound even better. But I usually go with the echo cancellation.
I'm just looking. Okay, I just looked at my settings. The echo cancellation is on.
Yeah, you sound good. Now we just need to get Rod Thunderheart to set his echo cancellation.
Any better? How's that?
Sound pretty good.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
I mean, we can understand you, and you're not going anymore.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, excellent. All right. Oh, I will definitely.
But like I said, eyes on the road first.
Oh no, absolutely.
We don't want to lose you.
I don't
So,
want to lose me either.
where are you driving from and to, and what is your payload?
Okay, first of all, I've got about let's see, 70,000 kilograms, and
Now you're a little
12,000
too soft, actually.
17,000 kilograms and 12,000 kilograms. That's the
I
entire.
didn't ask how much your payload weighed. I said, what is your payload, or do you know?
Yep, six. One trailer has 6 skids of cement mix, that is, and then the other trailer is just hardware goods. You know, just plain old stuff you'd find in a hardware.
I wouldn't want to be behind that double trailer if you hit something. Man, that would be, talk about hardware wars, man.
Oh, I know. I mean, that's the first thing I learned in trucking school was I mean as a driver, I'd already, you're already driving something that's like 20 times the weight of the car that's in front of you. So of course you want to make sure you have like at least double or triple stopping space, or as they taught me in school, safety space. And again, same thing. I mean, so many people don't get it. So many people. So many times I'm hitting my brakes just to slow down and make sure that I do have a decent amount of safety space.
Right. I guess you have to be so many car lengths behind the car in front of you, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I guess in general, at least in the United States, if you're going east-west, most of it is pretty easy, just long stretches of nothing, especially here in Kansas. Like I-70 is just, no big deal. But once you have to get off onto your exit ramp and start getting involved with cities and stuff, that's where I would not want to have to drive a big, over the road truck.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And like, let's face it, when I first started doing that, you get pretty skittish. You're like, I don't know if I can do this, and then I mean, now today, oh shoot, just last week I even turned down a one-way street, and like it had poles on both sides, and I'm just like, oh my God,
what are all these Polish people doing here? No.
Yeah, and then the same thing. And as I said, I mean, like, I've got a B train behind me. I mean, it's not a super long one, but I mean, each pup itself is 30 feet each.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, no, but I mean, the other thing though too is like, ultimately the rule of the road too also is like, I mean, that people they're kind of, okay, I don't want to smash into the big truck, or okay, I don't want the big truck to roll over me. So then they give you the right of way. Just unintentionally.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
I guess stuff that I normally save for midnight to midnight, I can play if they'll play. That's too big. It's too big. Yeah, don't have that. Let's see. That's too big. Why are they always too big? Huh. Guess I'd have to share the screen, huh? I can do that. Oh, I can do that. It's so great to have all my functionality back, you know?
Nice. Yeah.
It's just, it's crazy, you know? Wow. So to speak. This is all other people's videos. There we go. Let's see. Whoops. So this is some 2-mile death plunge. I didn't mean to start it though. You probably didn't even hear it anyway, right?
No.
Okay, so I will share. This is an outdoor music festival called Day on the Hill that Ari shot, and I am the drummer, and Jay is the singer / guitarist, and Sean is the bass player. And this is a couple of songs. Gotta make sure that you can hear it though. Let me know if you can hear this. Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We can hear it all right. No! Just say no! No! Just say no! Okay, here we go, boys! Say no! Say no! Say no! Say no! No! Let's just say no! No! Let's just say no! Here we go now! Say no! Say no!
TV line and let it out. Too many drugs, man, I got enough. No! That's like no! Well, say no! Say no! Say no! All right. We just got a couple songs left, and then Joe Work will be setting up, and Chris Benedict will be playing his setting up. She's got shitty wheels. Bucket of rust, lots of sex appeal. Looks like it's monster silveroos. And you were long after they were new. White rabbit, I'm only you. White rabbit, ain't looking good. White rabbit, ain't gonna fool no more. They got a money and a picture car. One of those fans, man, and one of the bar. There's no work and the stickers on you. The radio's gone, baby, what do you do? White rabbit, I'm under your hood. White rabbit, ain't looking good. White rabbit, ain't gonna go on with you. Ain't gonna go. Ain't gonna go. Ain't gonna go. I know she's got shitty wheels. Working around and not the sex appeal. Oh, swing his mind to the rules. Way down there, man, what up is new? White rabbit, money, white rabbit. Ain't looking good, white rabbit, ain't gonna fool no more. Ain't got a burning and a bitch down. Won't go fast, baby, won't go far. Radio's gone and the speakers on too. Radio don't work, baby, what do you do? White rabbit, white rabbit, ain't look good. White rabbit, ain't gonna fool no more. Ain't gonna fool. Ain't gonna fool. Ain't gonna fool. Ain't gonna fool.
So there you have 2 Mile Death Plunge. And we lost Captain Fandom Nerd because he had to go. So make sure and subscribe to Captain Fandom Nerd. That is some good stuff over on his channel for sure. You guys still with me?
was already listening to his stream this morning.
Oh,
He
yeah.
asked me to come on. I never thought I probably should. Yeah, I probably should have wanted, but well, now I know. I mean, I can be on a stream as long as I mean, like, because I'm way up north in northern Alberta, so like it's big empty highways, and there's really nothing else to do. But I'm like, cool, why not test if I can jump on a stream and again, hands are free and everything, so cool, good to know.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do this obviously in the city.
Mm-hmm. Dalek 451.
But
what
on
do
the
you
other hand,
think?
they're just a tiny
is that,
Walmart. They're better than Walmart.
Is that your kind of music or no?
What do I think of the song? It wasn't.
Yeah, it was good punk music.
Well, I mean, I like heavy. I
Real
like rock
throwback to
music.
the 90s.
I like rock music. I like a bit of heavy metal, but punk isn't real. I don't think punk's quite my thing.
Well, that was recorded off of a mono VHS camcorder from like 1991 or 1992, I think.
90s.
I do have some Wayback Machine that I can play that's a lot slicker and more metallic. I wouldn't call it metal. I still think it's punk, but presuming we don't lose the entire audience. Hey, Cindy Meadows, how's it going? This day in history, indeed. See if you like this. I'm going to play some early Wayback Machine, and
actually,
then
Cardinal,
I'll play
I hate to
some
cut you
later.
off. Cardinal?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm sorry. I hate to cut you off. I just want to say two things. First of all, like I'm going to have to go pretty soon. Not because I can't, but it's because of the road or anything like that. No, it's because I'm actually as usual, StreamYard is a monster suck.
It's heating up your phone
battery. Yeah. So
you gotta get
the
one
only
of
other
those
thing I want to
adapters.
do, yeah.
Unless you.
Well, no, I'm actually, as I said, I'm actually charging, but like this phone is actually older. In fact, I did appear on a couple of your streams on this phone, and it was good. But again, this still comes down to StreamYard is monster. However, I get paid today, and I'm really thinking maybe I might actually buy out my contract and get a better phone. That being said, I actually wanted to answer your question, which you said to me earlier before I disappeared. And that is, I asked how I've been doing, what I've been up to, and I may have said this on Doomcock's channel, but I plotted out my next several books. Because I'm already like less than halfway left in my second book. Like a Caesar.
Oh, cool.
I originally called it Pyro, but now I've retitled it to Fire and Ice. And then my next one is going to be called The Cuban Assassin, where they go to Cuba and then prevent an assassination of Fidel Castro or the present El Presidente they have at the moment.
Cool.
And then the next one, is going to be The Craft, which is going to be loosely based on the 1996 movie of the same name. Where some girls in Carolina's class begin practicing witchcraft. But this next book, this is the one that really hit me. And I wasn't on her stream, but I was like following one of her streams, Arwen Avalon. And then like just from the way she was talking about it, she said, "There's not really too many femme fatales out there." And I was just suddenly like, that's it, my next book. Or like, well, See Through Love 5, Femme Fatale. I'm gonna have, it's gonna be, and I'm actually gonna base the villain on her.
Cool.
Because she's gonna have a southern accent, and she's gonna be a woman. Yeah, she's gonna be a woman who she's always got really bad choices. Always gets the wrong guys, and then in the end she always gets burnt, and then. and then through some careless men's things, she gets into an accident and then becomes permanently invisible. Permanently, unlike Carolina, who can become invisible once in a while. But she becomes permanently invisible, and then because she can't see herself in the mirror anymore, also she begins to lose a little bit of her sanity. And then, surprise, she goes on a killing spree, killing all guys that she deems
unworthy.
Yes, exactly. And this also will tick into, does this fall? The it'll be caught on camera. Like some guy is murdered on camera by somebody invisible, and then like it falls onto Carolina, and then Carolina is beginning to develop multiple personality syndrome, which I seeded actually even in the second book here. It's just super excited to continue on with my series.
Cool. Hopefully you'll get some more feedback from Cameron on that.
Yeah.
He stopped calling me, even though I'm a Patreon member of his. I haven't gotten a call from him in a few months.
I actually only got a call from him once, but I mean, like, after hearing from you, I wondered if maybe I should like bug him for a phone call though too.
Well, it depends on to what level you're subscribed on his Patreon. I subscribed to the half-hour phone call once a month level. And I had two great phone calls with him, and then I haven't heard from him since then. But I assume that had to do with the fact that he was in the hospital, and then I think that interrupted Ramadan for him.
Ramadan, yeah.
He's been posting a lot of stuff on his Patreon to I get 3 emails a day from him.
Yeah, at least. I actually I paid the flat rate, which gives it which gave me a one long detailed phone call with him. I had a good nearly an hour chat with him. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah, I ended up talking to him for like 45 minutes each time.
But at the same time, this isn't to put him down or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm inspired or anything like that, and I've been putting little ideas and things into a file folder onto my book, even if I haven't done any actual writing on my book, because I'm still extending each little story thread into that I had in my next several books.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, Alec, we have been not letting Alec talk, but again, I still just want to finish this. You any further on my book?
I have input when we can get together one-on-one.
That would be great. Okay. Just tell me the most recent thing that happened in what you just read, and then obviously I'll know exactly where you are.
The most recent thing that we should do it off air.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen. Like I said, I better get going because I don't want my phone to die, and and plus this phone is also still my my lifeline back to the shop too. So
sure. Well, if you can hang out for a song, hang out and listen, and if not, then we'll see you next time.
Let's see what I'm sitting at.
And for Dalek 451's sake, or sorry, Dalek 451. I'm gonna play Early Wayback Machine.
I'm not really fussed which way you say it, but it's just whenever I introduce myself in my own streams, I always say 451.
451, yeah, works for me. So there are 2 versions of this band. Basically, we had a singer that wrote a song about a girl who became our second singer, and she ended up singing that song, which is kind of bizarre and musically incestuous. But I'll play you what I think is the more punk of the 2, which is the one song I have with him singing loaded up, and then I can play what I think is a little bit more metallic. It might not be metal, but it's certainly it's slicker The studio recording is better. I was the producer in the studio for that, and it's those songs are better recorded and have more dynamic range, so it sounds more metal-ish, if you know what I mean. So we'll start with Tell Me Why. Man, I do not know what is up with that audio stutter. I'm going to have to figure that out. Dalek, was that metal enough for you?
It wasn't bad.
A little bit better than 2 Mile Death Plunge?
I think a bit better than the other song. But I think I'm pretty sure I've heard it before when I've been, when I've been on your streams, on your stream on Midnight to Midnight. Yeah.
Well, we'll try this one. This one is actually called Death Plunge, but it is Wayback Machine. I think that you will like this one a little better.
Okay.
right. And again, I apologize for the audio stutter. I'm hoping that'll go away when I reboot. So I'm going to wrap up actually pretty soon here because it's almost 3 hours and I forgot I haven't eaten today. But first, we will try this song. It's called Feelings Lost. Well, I honestly do not know what is up with that audio stutter. I hope it will take care of itself after I reboot.
What stutter? I can't hear anything.
It's stopping and starting and stopping and starting. You don't hear that?
Not really. No.
It's just one long song to you?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, it was. There was no. I didn't hear any stuttering.
Oh, okay. It's on my end. It's like stopping, then starting, then stopping, and starting.
Well,
there's like gaps in between, but
no,
if you guys can't hear it, then that's great.
I didn't hear anything like that. It just played the whole song.
Yeah, during that drum break live, I used to go psych. So was that better for you, Dalek?
I think those last two songs were, yeah,
getting better. Well, I've got one more for you before we wrap up. That one was called Feelings Lost, and we'll see how this one sounds.
I was too in love and so distraught over you. I cut my teeth and some is my only solace. That's all I had to temper my tears. You wouldn't just let it be. You wouldn't leave it alone. You had to take what we had to something bad. No one let me go too far, but I did nothing else. I broke up, but I shouldn't change for you. That's what I said. Now I just want to get away. So love and let that if I can just get one thing, and that's enough of you. Fuck! Enough of you. Go, Scott, go! Enough of you.
And there you have it. That's a little bit of live Wayback Machine for you. And we are just over 3 hours. I still have yet to play the drums today, and I haven't eaten yet. So I think we are going to wrap up. Dalek, what do you have going on? Anything you'd like to plug?
Well, I might be having. There is a live stream I'm planning to do. I might do it. I might do it tonight. Probably. Yeah, I'm actually. It's actually going to be a little while ago. I made an attempt to like break the record for my longest live stream, and I'm actually planning to make another attempt at that because the last one didn't go very well.
My record is 16 hours. Actually, it's 16 plus, but
that's just under 6 and mine was just under 6 and just under 6.5. I'm actually aiming for 7.
Well, you have to. The secret is you have to have enough people on your panel where you can go and come back. That is, if you're gonna drink anything, even just water.
Right.
But I'll see if I can come on if you're gonna be streaming later. Hey, thanks. Glad you liked it, Nemesis. Yes, good live band. I thought also a good studio band.
That last song was. I think that was a bit more my thing. That was pretty good.
Well, I'm glad it didn't drive you away anyway. What time do you think you're going to be streaming later?
Well, it depends. Well, actually, it depends whether we're doing
what
it
is
tonight.
It like almost 7 or 8 where you are?
Yeah, it's about almost 6:45 in the evening where I am.
Right.
I'll probably if I do it, I'll probably be streaming. I'll probably be starting around around either midnight or 1:00 my time.
Oh, okay. Late night stream.
Yeah.
So that'd be around 6 p.m. here, I think.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, are you in the central? Yeah, that's midnight here. That's 6 p.m. where you are.
Yeah, because I used to listen to the BBC World Service, and on PBS that comes on at midnight here, and then stops at 6. So that was why I couldn't sleep.
That was their global radio station, wasn't it?
Yeah, the global radio program. Anyway, it was the international World Service. But that was years and years ago.
Yeah, I think that's long since gone now.
Oh, Phantom Boomer says he's started working on his channel again. That is yay. I will be interested to see what you do with that. Congrats. Yes. We don't say si, say we.
Anyway, you mean you
you
said
Nemesis, we can fucking curse as much as we want on the panel. You can fucking say whatever the hell you want, But in the chat, YouTube doesn't like that. So, yep, runs BBC at night every day, which is nice because as I'm sure you're aware, the media here is shite.
Yeah, you're telling me it's shite. It's shite
between
here
the fake news and whatever mainstream media wants you to, shove down your throat.
I know. It's bad enough here too.
Yeah, But the BBC World Service, at least back when I used to listen to it, seemed to be pretty even keeled. I know they've got their agenda, but anything that comes across with that received accent at least sounds good, even if it's
you only get like like a certain number of hours of the BBC where you are.
We got a solid 6 at night, and it's mostly world news, so it's stuff that we don't hear about here, because they don't. But, in the United States, they don't fucking care what's going on in the world. There could be a volcano going off, and we wouldn't know about it if all we listened to was mainstream media.
Well, obviously, I live in the UK, so we get the BBC all the time here.
Yeah. Hopefully, they do international news for you guys too, but
the BBC
people in the United States that are so full of themselves, they can't be bothered to pay attention to world news.
The BBC, the BBC, the main BBC news channel here, I think they do cover stuff from all over, from pretty much everywhere, not just here, because depending on where you live in the UK, you get your local news from these different studios which are set up, in all the different counties of England, and so on and so forth, and then you have the national news report, which is, I think they usually do that around 10 o'clock on BBC One, or you can just go and watch the 24-hour BBC News channel.
And of course, they have their bureau chiefs, all over the world. So you'll get a report from Israel, or India, or Italy, or other countries that begin with I.
Yeah, they've always got reporters. They have reporters everywhere.
Yeah, which I guess for the radio would be less expensive than TV news. But I haven't watched TV news. I cut the cable 15 years ago. So
I don't know if that's ever been much of a thing here, cable, because here it's mostly just been regular analog TV until that became extinct.
Yeah.
Or satellites.
Although I have to say, I really preferred just the local news here back when we had, like you said, analog TV. They would do. I think they would start off with whatever the big national or international news was, and then focus on more local stuff. But it seemed to be a lot less political. It was just sort of single-sided.
Like I said, for many years, it was a very much a regional thing. Depending where you lived in the country, you usually that determined what TV you got. Especially in the old day, like back in the 70s, I think it was like the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, they had all these different regional television companies, like Thames
Rutland,
and
Rutland Weekend Television. That was great. Have you ever seen Rutland Weekend Television?
But now it's all just Rutland Weekend Television.
After Monty Python's Flying Circus, Eric Idle got together with Neil Innes, who was in the Bonzo Doodah.
This
dog
is probably
band.
before my time.
Yeah, it's before mine too, but it's out on DVD, and they put together sort of a fake comedy news thing and called it Rutland Weekend Television because it was the smallest county in the UK, so it had like the smallest budget was the way that they were approaching it. So they had the Bonzo Doodah Dog Band, who had a hit with I'm the, I want to say the Teenage Spaceman. It's not teenage. That's on YouTube. You can look it up. Bonzo Doodah Dog Band, and I'm the something Spaceman. I don't remember what it is.
Well,
but it's really, really great song.
Well,
And
when
of
I
course,
was-
Neil Innes went on to do the Ruddles.
like I was saying, while I was growing up, for most of, we only in our house we only had the main 5 channels, and technically 6 if you counted the this Welsh channel called S4C.
Mm-hmm. You guys had BBC One, BBC Two,
ITV,
ITV,
Channel 4, and Channel 5. That was that was the way it was for me for years, and we did. And Thames, I think it was like it used to be I think it used to be part of part of ITV from down south in the country, because up in the north, up here in the north back then we had Granada TV, not Thames.
I always forget about Granada. And you didn't have Thames?
Probably.
Oh, I guess Thames would be based in London, huh?
I think.
Duh.
I think. I would probably say Thames was more of a south of England, more of a London thing.
I can still see the opening in my head. Da, da, ba, ba, ba.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that was the thing for Thames.
I remember watching something, I don't remember what it was, with a friend of mine, and he's an American. He didn't pay any particular attention to any of the Anglophile stuff that I did, and it came up, and he said, "Thames."
But
which,
yeah, I mean,
it was funny to me, but he didn't know any better. So, and we were like teenage, so I wonder what that was that I was watching.
But yeah, like I was saying, most of my childhood, we just had the 5 main channels: BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, Channel 4, and Channel 5. That was about it until.
Oh, and now I guess there's like Sky and.
We've had Sky's been a thing for a long time.
Yeah, because growing up here, living in between the Topeka market and the Kansas City market, we had 2 PBS stations, one of which would play Doctor Who every day for half an hour, and the other one on Saturday nights, I think it was Saturday or Friday, would play the whole hour and a half long, like Tom Baker stuff when I got into it. So every day except Sunday, I got Doctor Who. And we had ABC, NBC, CBS, PBS, those 2 stations that I mentioned. Then we had a UHF channel, channel 41. And then eventually channel 30 came. Then there was channel 38, and that's getting more recent. But growing up, I think we had like 5 or something like that too. I was a big fan of on KCTV5 from Kansas City. They did Friday Fright Night, and so as a kid, I got to stay up and watch the triple feature of completely expurgated horror films that were usually some kind of 60s Euro horror garbage. But I loved it anyway. I would get Velveeta and put in some Rotel tomatoes with chilies, and get my tortilla chips and eat that. and then fall asleep during the third of the triple feature. And then I would wake up just in time at noon for science fiction adventure theater. And there we had, your Godzilla and, the journey to the center of the earth and all that kind of stuff. And that was great. Lots of public domain or stuff that didn't cost them very much to show. A lot of Japanese science fiction, Planet of the Vampires, that kind of stuff.
Japanese stuff, cool.
Yeah, it was great. And then when KSHB came along, we had Cremation Mortem with her creature feature, and that was on Saturday, so it must have been Fridays. Fright Night was on Fridays, creature feature on Saturdays, and then on Sundays they'd have science fiction adventure theater. Yeah, so we had a lot of good stuff. Uncle Ed on Facebook. I have a group called I Remember All Night Live. If you're a fan of Uncle Ed, I at one time I knew how to knit. My mother taught me how to knit, and I knitted a nose warmer, which if you had a hat, and your coat, the only thing you would really need would be, your nose. So it like went over each ear and it would cover your nose. And I sent that into the weeknight host of All Night Live, and I sent one into the weekend host of All Night Live, and they both put them on the air, when they went through their mailbag. I have no idea how to knit now, but that was kind of fun. Whenever, you see your stuff on TV, at least back then, it was kind of like a big deal.
Yeah, because it certainly was for me, because when I was a kid, I was obsessed with all the cartoons and kid shows and these big live, and on Saturdays we'd have these big live Saturday morning studio shows. Because there was one called do you ever heard of a show called Live and Kicking?
That sounds cool.
It was this really, like I said, it was this big live show in this big studio with a huge audience of always clapping and cheering and it was a lot of fun to watch, because there was several of those on Saturday, always at 9:00 on Saturday morning. But sadly they don't do them anymore.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, TV, at least in the US, is it's not worth paying for. I mean, it's garbage. There are, the sorts of programs on cable, on paid TV, where if you're a foodie, there are cooking shows, and if you're into this, there's that kind of show. But in general, I'm not into sports in general. I'm not a foodie. I mean, I'm a foodie, but I don't watch cooking shows. I'm not interested in Real Housewives of anywhere.
Oh my God.
If they did Real Housewives of Mars, I might watch that.
I can't believe I don't know who in their right mind watches crap like that.
Yeah, same deal with me, Phantom Boomer. I just I watch YouTube, and I watch
it's same for I'm pretty much, I've just given up on regular TV now these days. I barely watch anything from there.
I watch Netflix and
now
Amazon
it's just
Prime.
Now it's just
That's
the
about
internet. For me, it's mostly just the internet and streaming services, like you said. Yeah,
and
YouTube.
I mean, if you want in Lawrence, where I live, if you want good cable, it's like $250 a month, and that's just ridiculous, you know.
$250. God, that's like under.
It's a down payment on a
That's-
small house.
That's like 130 that's like 130 something pounds here.
Probably, yeah. And like I said, I mean, there's 500 channels of nothing, you know, and that's just sports. It used to be that there was 500 channels of nothing, and that was all cable.
Regular British TV these days. I mean, most of we've got like nearly almost like just over 100 channels, and that's like that's the regular, you know.
How much of that is American programming, right?
But the regular, quite a bit of it. Yeah,
you know,
and most of it's either news, sport, or just reruns.
Yeah,
repeats.
I remember back in the day,
Repeats, as we call them.
people that I knew in the UK were like, you know, most of the stuff that we have to watch is you know,
we have
Star Trek: The Next Generation, and
because over
American
here we have
science fiction programs.
We have channels. We have a channel showing old episodes of Star Trek, and we have other things. We have a channel devoted to old games, just to old game shows,
Mm-hmm.
and old basically a lot of stuff that was originally on the BBC, which is just shown all day on these other channels.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, there's this one channel that shows a lot of we have a channel here literally called Dave,
yeah.
It's
the Red Dwarf channel.
The Red Dwarf channel. Yeah, Red Dwarf is on it, and
I love Red Dwarf.
Oh, Red Dwarf is classic.
Jenny Agner was on Red Dwarf.
Jenny, was she the one who played Kachansky?
No. She was just in one episode.
Which
episode? I think Sirens. I think she was in Sirens.
Was she that siren in that one in the black leather?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, we just got done doing our Logan's Run show, and that was in 1976, and then the episode of Red Dwarf that she was on was in the 80s or the 90s. Actually, you know, it might not have been Sirens. It might have been one of the later episodes, like 2012 or something. Anyway, she was still smoking hot.
Red Dwarf started in 1988, I think.
Yeah. But I think the episode that I'm thinking of was 2012 or 2013, and she was still smoking hot. Actually, as far as I'm concerned, she was even more smoking hot than she was in Logan's Run. Because, you know, when she was in Logan's Run, she was still, you know, a young woman. She had done film and theater, but
wait a sec. Did she have an accent?
Well, she had a British accent, yeah.
Oh, never mind. Not the woman I'm thinking of. Because I remember there was this
I'll look it up.
There was this hologram of a woman who was in the show a couple of times, and she had like a Russian accent or something.
I know it wasn't her. Yeah, Sirens. 1993. Red Dwarf series 6.
Series 6, yeah, that was the first episode of Series 6, I think.
200 years after investigating the Esperanto, the Red Dwarf crew awakes from suspended animation.
That was the start of Series 6, yeah.
Yeah. she preferred as Professor Mammoth. That might be something else. While trying to search for Red Dwarf, the crew encounter a large number of spaceships floating in space. And of course, eventually they ran into the Gelfs, which was fun.
Oh yeah, the Gelfs. Oh man, I remember when. Do you remember when Lister almost got married to one?
Yeah, I actually met Robert Llewellyn and Danny John Jules at a fan convention in Chicago.
Oh really?
I
almost met Danny John Jules. Oh no, sorry, Robert Llewellyn.
I got their autographs on a Better Than Life postcard, which you can't really see very well anymore. I understand that Robert Llewellyn has his own YouTube channel now.
He does?
I don't remember what it's called.
He did his own funny little TV show.
Yeah, this is different. This is like going on right now. I wish I could remember what it was called, but it kind of went in one ear and out the other, which, hey, that's cardinal sin, right? Story of my life.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, I almost met Robert Llewellyn, but I mean he was there. I did kind of see him from a distance, but I was I was at this convention a few years ago with a friend, and we were on our way out. And before I left, I wanted to get an autograph from one of the guests, and then I did kind of see Robert Llewellyn from a distance at like the far end of the autograph table, but I didn't actually go to him because the one I wanted to get the autograph from was actually Sophie Aldred.
Yeah, I met Paul Darrow. I didn't get his autograph. I got autographs from John Pertwee. I have David Tennant's autograph. I collect autographs. I'm an autograph hound.
I think my cousin. I have a cousin who's definitely met Matt Smith more than once.
That'd be cool. I'd like to meet him. To be honest, rather than be in a fan situation and get his autograph or a photo with him, I'd rather just sit down and talk to him over a beer and talk about his his career or just acting and stuff in general. I think he's in House of the Dragon, the new TV show.
Yeah,
which,
I heard. I heard
hopefully
about.
Hopefully, won't be horrible.
From what
they've got actual
Good luck
showrunners and writers now.
Keep your fingers crossed for that one because from what I've heard, it is gonna be horrendous.
Oh, really? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna watch it before I make any opinions about it. I mean, I'm sure it could be horrible, but it has the potential to be really good, as long as George R.R. Martin isn't going to write, his latest book or finish it. Winds of Winter, is that it?
I don't know. I don't care. I never watched.
He may as well be very hands-on with, all the spin-offs and stuff that they're going to do. And this is a prequel, but it's based on the history book that it has lineages and genealogies and stuff like that. So it has the potential to be very good. It has the same crew, same costume designers, set designers as Game of Thrones did, but it's got obviously new cast, new writers, new showrunner, Sapotnik. He knows what he's doing. He's a solid showrunner. He's been a good showrunner for other shows. So I mean, this one will have the benefit of not having two showrunners that don't know what the fuck they're doing and couldn't write their way out of a wet paper sack. So, as long as, like I said, as long as he's not writing his book, he may as well be hands-on this show. And if that's the case, I think it'll be okay.
Well, you can keep your hopes up for that all you want. I don't care because I was never a Game of Thrones fan.
I like the first 4 series. I thought the first 4 series were really good. And that's when he took his hand off the reins. Season 5 is when he went back to writing Winds of Winter, which still isn't done. And that's when, you know, it became apparent that David Benioff wasn't a screenwriter. He actually said a lot of things on talk shows and other, you know, stuff that he should not have said out loud. One of those things being, I didn't want to read any screenwriting books, so I just bought the 10 scripts of movies that I liked the most, and I read those. And he ended up putting, you know, a paragraph's worth of dialogue, of what should have been dialogue, in the stage direction, which you're not really supposed to write as a screenwriter. So characters were supposed to convey like an entire paragraph of dialogue with a look. And he just had no fucking idea what he was doing. And, you know, nobody was going to tell him no, because he could fire them. He was the showrunner. So it's, you know, after series 4 or maybe series 5, depending on how you look at it, it just went to shit. And then, of course, the final season 8 was just garbage. They couldn't stick the landing because they had no plan. I mean, Arya spent 4 years at the House of White and Black, learning how to be, you know, a nobody, you know, a girl with no name who it turns into an assassin. And they never did anything with it until the final episode, when suddenly she killed the Night King. And I'm like, what? You know, and then obviously, you know, the last episode was a colossal waste of time and a mess. But I do have a good hope for this new series. And if nothing else, Matt Smith is in it, and he's a good actor. Actually, there are a lot of good actors in it. I don't know if they're going to do the Winter is Coming thing, because the winter, I believe by this point, already came. The first long night already came. And the second one obviously was in the Game of Thrones series. So I don't know if the whites are going to play much of a part in it. They won't. I don't think they even have White Walkers yet. But if they do, there are very few of them, and they're on the other side of the wall. And at this point in the history, I believe the wall is mostly thought of incorrectly by the inhabitants of Westeros, that it's there to keep out the wildlings.
Sorry about that. I had a phone call I had to answer.
Anyway, Dalek, send me a link when you're going to be streaming, and I'll join if I have time in my schedule.
If I do actually stream tonight, I'll DM you a link, shall I?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Boris Vallejo and Frank Frazetta. Phantom Boomer, you'll get a kick out of that. Hey, James Caserta, how you doing? Darius Munchausen, hail, good to see you. When I was maybe, I don't know, 14, I was a big D&D geek, and I had Boris Vallejo stuff all over because I had like a couple of Boris Vallejo calendars that I ripped up, and I just cut the paintings out and taped them up. And a friend of my mom's was an artist, and she came up to my room and looked around and saw all the Boris Vallejo stuff, and she said, "Not a leg man, are you?" Which I thought was pretty funny. But yeah, I've always liked Savage Sword of Conan and all the Frank Frazetta and Boris Vallejo artwork. Big into that stuff. Oh, I kick ass for the Lord. Oh, I kick ass for the Lord. I could work on that. I'll work on that. Yes, we need to convince Gil that he doesn't need to eat. Keep the stream going. Well, it's already 3.5 hours plus, and that means we're done.
Well, you're not the only one who needs to got to go and eat. I will have to soon as well.
Yeah, and then I have to play the drums, so we need to wrap it up. Even though we have 11 people still here, or people even joining us. Thanks everybody in the stream for hanging out. Please remember to subscribe while you're here if you're not already. And don't forget to go to gilstore.com for all of your Cardinal Sin merch, be it Into the Fringe or Masters of the Genre or otherwise. We actually have a brand new shirt, which is on a low introductory price, and we are gonna keep putting in new merch there. Got a lot of great glassware, coffee cups, pint glasses, all kinds of groovy stuff. So check out gilstore.com. It's got some great merch, mostly thanks to Douglas Nelson, and of course the great Fet for Hire, who is mostly my graphic artist and does excellent work, does the thumbnails for most of the shows that we do. He did the Cardinal Sin and Friends Trivia Smackdown logo that you see up there on the screen. He also did this Into the Fringe logo and this unboxing logo, which are great and a lot better than my crappy logos that I make. So big thanks as always to Fet for Hire. James Caserta, you're just gonna have to start over, I guess. And I'll give you a minute to do that before I unlist it, because if you have a video that's over 2 hours or 2.5 hours, it counts against you in the analytics. The algorithm doesn't like it when people sort of dip in for 30 seconds of a 3.5 hour stream or longer. So that's why everybody moves their live streams to a second channel. And I just unlist them because I don't have a second channel set up yet, but I will. I actually do have a second channel called The Synagogue, S-I-N. It's a little joke, very little. And I will eventually at some point, with the help of my mods, my awesome mods, get that moved over. But for right now, I mostly need to deal with getting the intro is remade so that I don't have somebody, stopping the algorithm every goddamn week with a copyright notice because the music that I licensed is in it. It drives me up the wall. So might be looking to Darius for some help with that. Nemesis of Eden, I'm glad that you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for being here. It was good to have you here. And yes, everyone have an awesome rest of your day. Cam's Crash Courses, thanks for being here. You take it easy as well. And Dalek 451, thank you for being my guest. It was great to have you on. My first video stream in a while. And I said, send me a DM and I'll see if I can show up on yours.
Yeah, sure. If I do stream tonight, I'll make sure to do that.
There's LDG.
Yes, I know.
All right. So I guess that'll probably.
It's good. Okay, it's good. It's good. You're wrapping up now because I actually do need to go. So
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say from Cardinal Sin,